Hi Shivani, hello, Cassam from HeyUGuys. Lovely to meet you. Now, tell us about this film. It's an incredible story, but something I personally wasn't very familiar with. So how familiar were you with it?
You know, I'll not lie. It's like when I got the script in 2013, I read 5 pages into it and I was like, oh my God, I belong to the same fraternity and I know nothing about Dalton Trumbo. And that's when I decided that I want to do the film. And John McNamara, the screenwriter, has done immense research, and we were lucky enough to have the Trumbo sisters, the Trumbo daughters, actually be involved with us in the process. So that really helped us. But like, you know, it was one of those films that you feel so proud of. You belong to the same industry, the same fraternity, and a great writer whose movies I'm sure all of us are familiar with, what he went through in his life, his ups and downs, and just to see it in this film, it's just so special. Yeah.
What have the family made of the film? I'm assuming they've told you what they think of it.
They've loved it. I mean, I've had Nikki Trumbo, the older sister, who's actually played by Elle Fanning, is so happy, and she's been both her and Mitzi have been huge supporters, and Nikki was just like, she's like, you know, if I could have, she just feels this is the best way to kind of play homage to her dad, and she's so proud of this film. Yeah.
And what was it like getting Bryan Cranston on board the project? Obviously an important part of the film himself.
I think it was my dream come true when I found out that Bryan said yes to play Dalton Trumbo, because, you know, when I read the script, I was like, I knew he was there in the film, but having him, you know, going to set every day and having him play Dalton Trumbo, I had to pinch myself, like, he's Bryan Cranston, he's not Trumbo, and you'll see it and the audience will see it. He's just lived the character so well, and it's just, and he looks like him too in the movie. It's just ridiculous, but yeah, he's played the part really well. Yeah, and so as, you know, Helen as Hedda Hopper, there couldn't have been a better Hedda Hopper than Helen Mirren. Yeah.
I thought that was really well done in terms of having the antagonist played by Helen Mirren. So how did you go about getting her on board?
You know, it's just, she read the script and she loved it, and you know, of course, when it's just like the combination of J. Roach directing and Bryan starring as Trumbo. I think no one could have said no to it, and we were so happy because Helen was our first choice and it was perfect. It just was luckily like one of those projects I was like, this is happening and I'm happy it's happening, so we got lucky with it. Yeah.
And finally, I just want to ask about Jay. He's more familiar for his comedy that he's done in the past. Did you have any worries about him taking on a serious film like this?
Not at all, because, you know, when I found out that J. Roach was directing it, I'm a huge J. Roach fan, so I was like, I can't have asked for anyone else to direct it, and Jay, I honestly, no, I don't think any director could have done what Jay did, bringing Dalton's life alive on screen and living through it every day. He did just a wonderful job, and I don't think anyone else could have done a better one.
Excellent. Well, I think you did a wonderful job as well. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey